Right away, I mean, I'm just gonna start talking. It does not have your arms connected like Firewall, which I'm totally okay with because there's no disconnect of my elbows being pulled into my chest and then sticking out through my heart or whatever. Textures look really good. Not as good as Unreal or Pavlov, I think. It's nice and clean. I'm gonna hold my hands right up to the camera here. Yeah, it's okay. See my left hand just jittering a bit. But just seeing the actual fibers here of the cloth of the texture, nothing new, but you can see it. It looks good. That looks like a stimulant. Oh, a stimulant, which is weird. It did that because I'm not touching controller on controller. It does feel like my arms, my forearms are about a foot, maybe half a foot outside of my actual forearm. Like my arms aren't actually in the right position. But yeah, it feels like a small disconnect. I see a watch here on my wrist. Whether or not we'll be able to use that or see a timer and the level, I hope so. The textures on the grenades are okay. They look kind of low res, scratches and stuff. I can see them, but nothing to go crazy about here. Okay, so let's choose this. Motion sickness mode, absolutely not. Not even reading that. Regular VR mode. I am right-handed. I'll allow this to go through. Nothing, just a flat screen, title screen. No music, just the sound of wind as if I'm outside. I'm turning my body. Yeah, I can see everything. The floor, excuse me, the ground. Not that impressive. It's flickering on me. I'm not even really moving my head, guys. My head is completely straight. I don't know if you can see that on the flat screen, but shit. That's unfortunate. I mean, first impression, boom. I'm seeing the sand dancing in front of me as if it's bubbling. And I'm not kidding. To me, it does look that way. I've seen these guys sitting here in the sunlight and stuff. They actually do look, they have natural movement. That's cool. I can hear the helicopter above my head. That is nice. I like that. I'm just testing the turning. Yeah, everything seems to be pretty smooth for tracking. Here we go. Even this text here, I can read it, but it does feel a little blurry around the edges. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not sure what to think quite yet. Graphically, it does feel like immediately more of a PSVR1 game. I hate to say that. It's still sharp in the background, so it's really weird to say that. But from the ground and the texture here, looking really low res. Even this area here, we're in the desert, sure, so it's bland, but maybe it was the environment they chose. We'll see when we start playing. So I'm going to choose tutorial. Alright, tutorial, using main weapons. The main weapon is located in front of your chest. What's up? It's right here. Press the right grip button to hold it. When released, the main weapon returns to the front of the chest. Oh, goodness! Press the left hand, your left grip, to hold the barrel. If you bring your left hand near the gun barrel, it'll automatically... Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Sorry, and I didn't expect that to switch right away. So I don't like how it snaps right to my gun. So press the right trigger to fire. If you don't hold the gun like he's doing, you're going to get a lot of recoil, which makes a lot of sense. Fire the main weapon 15 times. Okay. So it is weird not holding the grip button, and it magnetically locks to my gun. I don't like that. I also don't need to see a giant ghosted version of my controller. That is like twice the size of my actual controller, guys. Very weird. It's a disconnect. I understand they're trying to show you, oh, there's your controller. And, you know, showing you the trigger and stuff, you know, what to shoot. Okay. Again, it feels like my hands are facing in this way. Yeah, you absolutely want to hold that button, because if you don't and you move your hand, it's going to unlock it. So you absolutely grab that left grip button. Oh, that's loud. Then now I'm going to shoot it 15 times, and boy, is that gun ever jittery right in front of my face. Oh, I don't think that's my hand. That sounds okay. It sounds muffled. Right away, the shot sounds muffled. I do like how that's falling apart. That's very cool with the smoke and stuff. Oh, my helmet's now vibrating. So it's saying to use my left trigger. Press the left trigger near your left cartridge belt to take out the magazine. Load the new magazine into your rifle. See how it just pushed that out? In Pavlov, it's more of a simulation because some guns have like a little switch there we can knock the clip out and push it in, and some you cannot, and you have to press the actual button to eject the clip, like real life. So again, this feels arcadey, but better than Firewall already with loading the guns, but doesn't feel as good as holding the gun in Firewalls. And I say feel as good as in the Firewall definitely looks, looks more realistic and does feel more realistic. And I hate saying that because I do prefer this control scheme over what Firewall is doing, but Firewall looked better and just look more realistic than this. But looks can be deceiving. Again, a variety of weapons are available at the shooting range. Reach out and pick up the weapons of your choice. You can practice until you get used to it. Shooting practice. Reload the magazine twice after shooting. Okay, so that's my next objective. I don't like how that's shaking like this. To me, it feels that way. Yeah, that's really weird. I'm not used to seeing the whole gun just... Like, I'm already shaky to begin with my natural tracking, but to have that so jittery... Yet it's accurate. Guys, I'm showing you. I hope you can see it on screen. I mean, that's right in the center of the ring there. I don't know. Oh, I gotta do this 9 more shots. It shows a red 9 there beside me. Okay. Tutorial. Start story campaign. Feel free to use the shooting range before starting the story campaign. Once you're familiar enough, open the main menu and start the story campaign. Let's see. Yeah, see, what I did there is I went to grab the clip naturally, because that's what I do in Pavlov. And I didn't even think about it. When I grabbed the clip and ejected it, it did an automatic reload. It's like, well, I didn't actually do that. I was just grabbing the clip. See that? I just grabbed the clip. Ah, man, Firewall. Crossfire, what the hell are you doing? Just touch the clip with your left trigger, and it loads it. Lame. What? I don't understand. I don't understand. Seriously, don't. So it's neat. When I'm firing the gun, I feel a subtle head vibration. At first I didn't like it, but if you were firing a gun, right? I mean, I do feel it in the controller. It feels okay. It just feels like a subtle vibration in both hands. I feel like Pavlov, there's just such a sensory experience to it. This does not feel like that so far. I've only shot the one gun. Let's go try the others right now. I have to. Oh, weird. Now I've got like Spider-Man webs attached to the guns that are moving around. It's letting me know what gun I'm about to grab, but I don't understand the thread, man, attached to that. I see the highlight. You know, I don't even need to see the highlight. Just put my hand in front of the gun and grab, right? Seriously. Seriously, it's so weird. Just to be sure, you know what gun you're about to grab, because your hands may totally miss what you're about to grab. Ugh, and then I've got the snap turning shit. I thought I had smooth turning on, but I was using my body. That is why. So, whoa! Whoa. Wah! Okay, I'm going to do that again. I'm going to hold this rifle. Look at that hand just shaking. What's up with that? When you grab a sniper and you just put it close to your head, it locks to my entire face. This scope is covering my entire visor. That is messed up. When I move my head, it does take it out of the scope, thankfully. But yeah, it's like a scuba mask. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Oh, sorry guys. That was neat feeling that in my head, the shot. I do kind of dig the subtle head bounce. That I don't remember feeling that in Pavlov when I was firing a heavy gun. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this gun. Hate that thread, man. When I touched the grip button, it grabbed it. And when I let go, it actually let go. What I mean by that is, I pressed the actual grip button to grab it, and then I let go of the button, but I'm still touching it. I do love that. The gun is still in my hand. I'm not pressing the grip button, it's just resting. Now when I just let go, literally, not pressing, just releasing the finger off that grip button, the gun drops. Awesome. I totally hate the number 30 floating at the tip of my barrel. I don't like any information actually ever being shown to me, but if I had to have it, you know, closer to maybe the firewall setting where it's in the back of the gun, not out near the edge of the barrel. Maybe what they were thinking is that you'll always be able to see. Yeah, see, my hands feel good there. Holding the pistol, that feels like my natural movement. I don't feel like it's artificially jumping. looking at my watch, it is not moving. It would be incredible if games actually just gave us the real time on our watch, you know, so I don't have to hit the start button. I can go, oh, what time is it in real life? Because it would just add to that awesomeness. It really would. You know I'm saying the truth. So, to reload, I just touch the clip with my left trigger. And it replaces it. Oh, that's so lame. One-handed. One-handed. Very close, though. So, that does feel good. So what I recommend, instead of just touching your clip, there is an eject button. Right here, it's the cross button. And that drops the clip out. That way it does feel realistic. Grab your clip and put it up there. Even the loading animation, when I had it sideways, it'll still put the clip in. In Pavlov, you do have to line it up mostly. It doesn't have to be perfect, but mostly. Otherwise, it won't go in. And I love that because it forces you to become precise. The guns look okay. I can read the information on it, which is great. I can see the scratches on it. That's fantastic. Let's see what that shotgun feels like. How much different are we gonna... Ooh, that did feel quite different. There's like an aftershock to the controllers there. That lasted longer than what I'm used to. 1 sec. Yeah, and there, it disappeared. That was kind of neat. That was neat. All of the guns feel like the same sort of burst of vibration. Let me grab this big guy. Oh, go with the Terminator 2. That looks awesome. Yeah, very cool. That feels good on the controllers. Not incredible, feels good. Okay, let's try a grenade. I'm gonna grab the pin. As you can tell, Spider-Man. Okay, I felt that in both controllers, which was neat. Maybe a little too much. Can I cook the grenade? I'm going to lightly release the grip button, but not actually let go of it. Nothing happened there. I'm going to squeeze the trigger, nothing happened, so I can't cook it. I just got to toss it. Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. Yeah, that feels like an abnormal jitter. Not on the hardware. Something to do with the game itself. It's almost like it has a 30 frame per second or less type movement to it. I don't know how to describe that. Like, that feels smooth. Just definitely not as smooth as Pavlov. And I want to say Firewall does it better too. And I was telling you about that shake earlier. Look, I don't really see it that much there. Not the same. And maybe it's because these guns are realistically sized versus everything in Crossfire just feels a little bit too big. Well, I hope the arcade aspect of this is fun. You know, even though I'm sitting here and I'm being nitpicky about the graphics and stuff, if I'm moving around and everything's fast firing and it's intense action, this could be awesome. Still, I'm trying to keep an open mind. Okay, I gotta go into the options. Absolutely have to check out what I can do here with my controls. Story, campaign, squad mission, equipment, shop. Weird, horde mode, credits, settings. And then you've got all the episodes, so I guess when we go through the game, you'll be able to revisit them and probably finish what you didn't finish or do what you gotta do. I have no idea. There's my profile, the 2 guns that I currently have. Join a room, right? I forgot that this is multiplayer, right? It's co-op. But I'm gonna do this myself. Try to. Normal. Normal plus, hard. Devs couldn't clear. Easy. Normal. Alright, we're going to the settings. Tunneling. Interesting. So instead of calling it vignette, it's tunneling. Reduces motion sickness. We have that at none. So tunneling size is not highlighted. Rotation type, snap. We absolutely want that to be smooth. Whoops. You cannot rotate. Oh! Actually, that is a good thing, because then I can just use my body. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that, okay? Let's see what happens. Rotation angle, nothing. Controls. Select primary hand, right hand. Auxiliary hand control. Turn on auxiliary hand control. Use. Don't use. Select the extent of the impact auxiliary hand on steering. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. I have no idea until we do it. Left hand magnetic intensity. I want that. 0. Adjust auto magnetic intensity barrel to left hand. It's at 0. Well, I want it off. There just should be off. The fact that they have it say magnetic, and that's how I described it, right? Just let me turn that shit off. Controller angle adjustment. Okay. This is what we do need to do. Ah, it's the white line you're seeing. When I click it, it's going to go down. So this is, yeah, how you're holding your gun. I'm going to put it back to 0 because it felt okay to begin with. Auto shouldering. Move the gun close to your eye for auto shouldering. Suitable for iron sights and dot sights. Okay, so let's go do not use because I don't get that. Auto scope. When using a sniper, move the sniper close to your eye to encounter the sniper mode automatically. No, getting rid of that shit. Use easy grenade. Use right trigger to pull the safety pin. No. Crouch. Crouching reduces movement speed. So it says click your right stick, left stick, and none. I'm gonna try none and see if I can physically crouch. It should be the case. Gameplay. Difficulty, normal. Language, English. Voiceover, English. Actually, I don't want... Yeah, voice and subtitles. No. No subtitles. No floating text. Subtitle location. I said no. Screen shake effect, use. Yeah, I guess. Let's try it. HP bar, do not use. Yep, I don't want to see my hit points. Excellent. Sound. All that stuff I'm just going to keep as is. And tutorial. So yeah, we got to do tutorial 2 and 3. We did tutorial 1, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Using sub-weapons. Your sub-weapon is behind your shoulder. Press the right grip button to grab it. When released, the sub-weapon will return to its original position. Alright, press the left grip button to hold the barrel. Take the left hand to the barrel and grab it automatically. Press left trigger to enter scope mode. So firewall mode again, is this what's going to happen? And then right trigger to fire. Yeah, so it's... Unlike firewall, you don't use your head to aim, and it doesn't snap it to your face where your gun is locked to your eye, but what it does is give you the scuba mask. So it's their version of ADS, which is lame. It's the only word I can think of to describe this. Oh, everything just got smooth there for a second. Holding breathing, so that's why. Half press the right trigger to hold your breath. Hold your breath for more accurate shooting. I could just hold my breath because the tracking is so precise, and then we wouldn't have to emulate this shit. Bizarre. Seriously. Yep, I'm lightly holding it. And when I'm doing that, what's cool is the right trigger stops. I can feel it touch because of the DualSense controller, or the PSVR2 Sense controller. That's neat, eh? Just the idea. The idea is neat, but I'd rather just hold my breath. But the controller is so cool, how you can feel the trigger stop halfway. And then squeeze. So for an arcade, I mean, not bad. I still don't like the scope right up to my head. Let's check out this advanced controls. A grenade is stored in your left forearm. Press the right bumper to hold it. Okay. Press the left trigger to remove the safety pin. So grabbing with your left trigger and then pull out. Easy, easy, easy. Throw the grenade. Be careful not to throw the controller or hit nearby objects. Oh, I just barely got it in the circle. That was the lightest toss. Stim pack is stored on your right forearm. Use your left bumper to hold it. Okay, and then stab a stim pack in your chest. Stab it to restore. Yeah, I didn't have to pull a trigger or anything. Special weapons are stationed throughout the battlefield. Reach out your right arm to grab the rocket launcher. Okay, my right arm. The auxiliary grip on the rocket launcher is located close to the body. Right here. Press the left bumper to hold the rocket launcher with both hands, and then fire. Neat, actually saw it slowly go down. You can get an additional rocket from your left cartridge belt. Cool, I just grabbed it without looking, and it worked, which is great. Destroy vehicles in the distance. Some enemies can only be destroyed with special weapons. Oh, I just saw it drop. It worked, okay. Special weapons can be found on the battlefield, can be carried on your left shoulder. Oh, so I go like so. Carrying special weapon. You can take out your special weapon at any time. Use your special weapon to fight strong opponents. Tutorial. Start story campaign. Once you're familiar enough with the special weapon, open the main menu and try the next story campaign. It's like the same sentence, but they replaced the name. When we're talking about movement, walking around, when I slightly press the left stick, it does respond immediately, and I'm moving super slow. I'm pushing forward more. Awesome. Awesome. The degree of movement is there. Yes. Okay. Good. So that's great. As I move forward, I'm going to turn my head, and what's going to happen? It's going to move my body in that direction. Instead of keeping my body going straight. Boom. Just like Green Hell. Just like so many older VR games. I wish I could decouple my head and my left stick. That way I can look around and shoot. That's too bad. For me, I mean, I know a lot of people don't care about that, but I absolutely do. Rotation, we're going to change that back to smooth. Then I want it cranked, and I want to see what that looks like. Oh, that's fast. And smooth. When I say it, I mean, I didn't feel sick from that at all. That is blazing fast, and nothing was blurry when I'm zipping. It probably looks horrible for you guys, but that is clean. Okay, so props to them. Now let me try the sensitivity on the right stick by slowly moving it. Oh, I'm giving it pressure right there. I'm giving it pressure. Nothing. There. So just a little bit of pressure there, and it catches. So not bad. Not amazing. Not bad, though. I'll probably end up using my body regardless. I'm not kidding, because that just feels so natural to me. This way I can turn around quickly, though, in the moment if something happens. So yeah. I think I need to reduce that speed down a bit, surprisingly. Let's try half and see what that's like. Yeah, that's really good. That's much more comfortable, I want to say. It's crazy how Pavlov looks way better, feels way better, plays way better. Everything about it. Even over Firewall. I mean, I haven't even played this game yet, and I know it's going to be, you know, storyline and stuff, but I'm talking mechanics, actual just, you know, interacting with your body, interacting with the guns, the reloading, how sharp everything looks, the controls of moving around, moving your joysticks, walking around, moving your head. Pavlov, hands down. I already know because these are the controls. It's that good. And all of you out there who have played it, you know what I'm talking about. You know, especially if you played Firewall and Crossfire. I don't see a debate going on with this. Honestly, for the people that own all three games. It just absolutely, again, back to Firewall, feels like that game was made for an aim controller, and then they forgot or did not play any VR games since and thought, this is the way we're doing it, because everyone loved it, not realizing, no, the industry evolved for like years afterwards, man, and you totally didn't. Yeah, so that's not touch-sensitive controls, that's me squeezing my trigger and my grip buttons, even though it's doing even my thumb buttons. Oh, weird. Oh, that's so messed up. I just said it didn't have touch-sensitive controls. When I squeeze the grip buttons, when I squeeze them, not touch them, then I touch my thumbsticks. It makes the bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. But the triggers themselves, when I squeeze the grip buttons, the triggers aren't touch-sensitive. They don't go in. You have to squeeze them. And when you squeeze them lightly, they do not slowly curl in. It is a switch. Really weird, man. Super weird. So yeah, it does feel like my forearm is another forearm on top of my actual forearm. That's how high up it feels. Massive disconnect. But it just feels, again, like my hands, I look like some sort of super soldier. You know, they're so thick and swollen. They're just overly large. Things are not proportionate properly. That's the arcadey feel, I guess. When the screen shakes, when you shoot, it absolutely gives you the sense that this thing just jolted me back, which I'm not accustomed to. And that, right at the first impression, actually does feel kind of cool, because I mean, I've never shot one before, but I would assume it would throw you off physically, and if I'm not getting that from an actual tactile experience, because it's not going to shoot into my arms, like, you know, knock me off my feet, but if it emulates it, I'm actually cool with that idea right now. I do think even a millisecond of screwing with your vision or throwing you off is a good thing and realistic. It's not that it's, yeah, I don't know, maybe you'd have to experience that if you see my head just bolt backwards like that. I think I like that. From the inside, that vibrates out from the controller. So I want to say, does it use the Sense actual controller, but just doesn't do it well, meaning that it's it's using a standard feeling for all the guns. Once you've played Pavlov, you know every gunman absolutely has its own sensation. I'm not kidding. That's why I keep promoting that game. It shows you the tech from even the eye tracking. Story campaign. Let's hope this is somewhat fun. I mean, I did spend $40 on this. So knowing that Pavlov is 32 regular price or 33, oh my, I just, it's so weird. It is so weird. It's not like, oh, Pavlov's a $30 game, and that's my point. If you just stacked the 3 games side by side with the same monetary value, it is Pavlov. I do want to like this. Episode 1, Day 1. I do think I'll be earning things because there's a shop and equipment, which is cool.
Check inside then. This is Sierra 1. Missed the dealer. Sierra 2. 4. Can you check the alley?
One unidentified movement found. West from your location. A building next to the LIV route. Identified.
There he is! Stop! Don't miss him! Do not come! Don't shoot! I'm clearing obstacles. Target is on the move. 2 and 4. Do you have visual?
This is 2. Can't see him from here.
Sierra 4, negative. Can't see him either.
Report once target is in sight. Keep going.
Something's stuck here. He put a hammer in between.
Push!
Weird. Like, it looks sharp. The graphics are okay. Shoot the hammer. Okay. 1 second. Listen to this music. Listen to this music. Shoot the hammer. Okay. 1 second. Listen to this music. Listen to this music. This sounds like Pavlov's music. That soundtrack was eerily familiar. Okay. I hate that. Dude, if I'm just walking through a railed experience, I don't think you need me to see this yellow line. I'm not wearing like firewall glasses, which, you know, okay, you just described why it makes sense. I'll dig it. I'll take it, I'll say. I'm laughing because I don't know what to say yet. Let me get through a few minutes. Let me get through a few minutes. Feels like I'm listening to like Transformers the movie. Yeah, for real. I'm talking the cartoon from the 80s.
Support from the company.
Carlos will hate it if this is on official
Look at me crouching for no reason.
Don't
I'm literally floating in midair.
Oh, 9-1.
I can't wait until this is like much cheaper. Then you could recommend it to somebody. Maybe $20. It's funny I haven't even played the whole game. I am so judgmental right now.
Video channel.
Sorry.
Roger.
Not cool. That was not cool. I thought, even though with no expectations, I thought, okay, I'm going to go into this game. It's an arcade. Totally Crisis for Grade, which I was blown away by. Such a big cartoon Minecraft type shooter. I'm not joking. It reminded me of Lethal Enforcers, except I could crouch behind the car. You know, like, I would use the environment like this, and it worked. Everything would work. You'd be able to shoot and sit there, and then reload and wait till they come out. It's fantastic. If you still have your PSVR 1, I highly recommend Crisis for Grade, the first one. The second one was too hard to see the characters in the background. There's just something about it. That's why I'm looking forward to part 2 on PSVR 2, because it might be awesome. I have a feeling it'll be better than this. I have to keep playing, because again, I'm judging it right off the hop. Totally being honest. But yeah, it's... I guess if it gets better, it can only be a better experience, right? Let's look at it that way. I'm going for it. Episode 2 is Attack. Ugh.
Yes, Georgie. Go on.
Even the
Chief,
voice
I
audio
arrived at the
feels so
targeted
flat.
cartel hideout.
To me,
The
like,
situation is
when I'm
pretty
talking to
clear.
somebody in
I think
Pavlov
there
with
was
my
a
headset,
shootout.
clicking it,
No
and then when I hear them
survivors.
running around the
Only
area,
dead tangos.
in Firewall it does
Roger
it too.
that.
It has the whole, not the
Georgie,
headset, but it has
get
the 3D
out
audio
there
where you can
before
hear somebody
things
around a
get
corner.
risky.
This does not have
Terry,
that.
wait.
This feels
Something is moving
old
up front.
school. What is the point of this when we're walking together? Why do I need to see where to be like, oh, I lost my partner. You know, because it's such an open world. Okay, so now I can see through the walls. What is that? What is that? And their health bar. I thought I turned that off. I thought I turned their health bars off. Or is it my health bar I'm turning off? Why can I see them through this wall? Where's the sense of danger? What the hell, man? When you hold your breath with your right trigger, you lightly squeeze it, it slows that down, and then squeeze it harder. That is cool, considering. That's very smooth, but again, nothing impressive. The game does not look that great. Oh. Yeah. I haven't watched any of the reviews on this, I didn't want to. This has got to be more fun with your friends playing beside you, man. That has to be the case. You would definitely have more of a blast, you know, with your friends saying stuff and covering different people and working together. I really think that would enhance the experience greatly. So yeah, if you're seeing any positive reviews online, that might be the case. Why? But from my single player experience in round 1 and 2, not the case. No, I'm not impressed. What the hell, really? Let's do the same thing 5 times over. That's fun, right? Brutal. It even lets me know I'm crouching. A floating crouch guy in the bottom corner of my screen on top of... Wow. Fuck. This music is so repetitive. Oh my god! And then the mission completes. The music might be good, but in this environment where I'm feeling frustrated. Okay? Because you probably don't hear the bass that I'm hearing. It's a bassier sound. It's fast paced. Oh, and then it just stopped. What's really interesting, in the beginning of the game, I had flickering going on here. So that's all grainy and like higher texture, it looks like. That looks like it has detail. See, when I walk up? And now this is super N64 low res right here. That's all sharp and clean. Boy, we got 3 different patches of resolution happening.
Let me know on a secure channel like now.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm speaking out loud and nothing happens. It does not alert you because there's no 3D audio. Oh, you looked over for a second. This is quite good. You're such a good security guard. Yes, he is. He's saying the same thing. He's making fun of you, man. Look at this. Is it because I'm not pulling my gun out? What if I do that? Nothing. Oh, he's like, whatever. I don't give a shit. You ain't gonna shoot me. I think you don't know who you're fucking talking to. Oh! Oh, right in the kneecaps. Yeah, and I see your health bars instead of seeing your kneecaps being blown up. Here's another great example of Pavlov. When I shoot the character, first and foremost, they look 10 times better than any of these guys. When you hit them with your bullets, you know if you're getting your chest blasted out because I can see their literal rib cage showing afterwards from a buckshot or from like an explosion. No joke. You know, you can take somebody's leg off with a sniper rifle. Incredible. Literally decapitate them. It's awesome. And it looks so good. For $10 less. Online first-person shooter. Perfect tracking. Room scale VR. Eye tracking. Foveated rendering. Unreal Engine 5. Real-time loading with your guns. Your clips. Manual reloading is what I meant to say. Prone. In real time. IK tracking. It's as if I have a motion cap suit almost on. Yeah, and it sounds like I'm exaggerating. I'm not. And the people who know, you've been playing Pavlov, you know. So I'm just, yeah, I've totally signed out from this game. When I say that, I mean, it's not even fun for me. I don't know how to describe it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use bazooka on combat drones. That head shake was cool because when it happened,
due to a malfunction,
the explosion should affect your actual aiming. But since it can't without hurting me in real life, I do dig that. That's the other thing that is cool. Having a head shake, even though it's jarring a little in VR, if you're a veteran, it's not going to do anything motion sick. But I do like the idea of simulating the force of an explosion, you know? That is cool. That is cool. Okay. Enough said. Time to be Rambo! Oh! That's right! Son of a bitch! I can't believe that worked. Well, how about I did it so good? Oh! Yeah, I just am learning that running at them dead on is probably the best strategy. Like so. Okay. Oh, I'm not worried. That alarm? No big deal. Just so lame to me. Seriously? Seriously. Nah. Not my style. Not my style. I cannot recommend this at all. I would actually recommend staying away from it. I went and looked online to see if anybody else was experiencing what I was. And I did see people who loved or hated this game. And the people that loved it literally said after Mission 3 it gets way better. And when you beat the game, there's some sort of realism mode. And I have no idea what that could be. I can't imagine it being more realistic than Pavlov or even Firewall for that instance. Like, I'd be blown away. And I'm intrigued to see people like really defend it. It's making me go, okay, is this one of those until you fall incidences where, you know, I totally disliked the game, gave it a few hours, and then somebody said, no, you gotta go back, man, you got to. So I'm going back, so you don't have to. Hopefully this works out. It'd be cool if this game was fun. And I'm not playing with somebody, I'm saying that right off the hop. I understand. Half the game is playing with somebody, and I do get it. It's an arcade game. Having a buddy shooting beside you would add to that fun factor, for sure. But looking at the mechanics, looking at what's out there, Alvo's coming out in the next couple of weeks, and I played the shit out of that on PSVR 1, and that's a totally different style as well. And I feel already the PSVR 1 version destroys this game, because I played a lot of Alvo. But I do have to play this. I really don't want to. I'm going to try and get through the main mission as fast as possible if I can, so we can see this realism mode, because nobody's really explaining what's more realistic about it. We'll see. I don't feel scared. Even the characters in the background just look bland. I'm trying to get used to it so I can hopefully see their perspective. It's not just one person. There's a lot of people that love this game, and so it's weird for me. Like, I don't know if you can see my gun. See that? I am holding my hand straight. I'm not doing that with my hand in real life. There's just no way. My left hand is absolutely shaking more than my right. Just weird. There's something janky about that jitter. The janky jitter in Crossfire Sierra. That's not my tracking. My other games don't do that. It's like I'm convulsing a bit. Yet it's on target. See? Even this sense of, you know, moving my head in and out, I don't feel like I can do that and take cover the same way. I mean, maybe, but look at, do you see this popping up and down? Like, there's a little ridge here. So when you're making your game, yeah, just all these little bumps and shit, that's not cool. This is really low res. I know you can see that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's try and have some fun. Let's try. When I grab the gun, I am facing, so if this gun is pointing to the left, my left hand is actually there. That's where I'm realistically facing. Like this dude, this door even has some okay textures, but then there's just like an old feel to this. It could be the aesthetic of the desert and they just didn't think about it. I don't know, man. It doesn't have the same pop as both Firewall and Pavlov. So when they said after Mission 3 gets better, already, it's true. It's too bad the haptics aren't what they could be. They're okay. Oh! That's kinda neat. I prefer the Firewall flashbang. So yeah, if you had a buddy with you, he'd be able to flank the guy you're trying to get with the shield, for instance. It would change the strategy. It's disappointing when you know you have 3D audio And you paid 40 bucks. Again, no wing. Pavlov does all of this. All of it better. It's not a single player game, it's not. And this is. So that's the major difference. That's the huge different play style here. So as much as I'm comparing the two, it's, you know, an arcade game versus a sim online multiplayer game.
Watch out for rockets!
Oh! That's cool. Super jittery. Yeah, just... I'm gonna record this and then compare it to me holding a regular gun in Pavlov. Look! I don't really see it that much there. Not the same. And maybe it's because these guns are realistically sized versus everything in Crossfire just feels a little bit too big. I wonder if that's the case. Oh, hello. Oh, that seemed really cheesy. Just the way he ran out, turned around. It just feels old. That's the best way to describe this. Don't like how when I press my left grip button, it pulls the gun down. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I'm using the laser pointer to shoot all the time. I don't like that. Man, I don't like that. What the hell? What the hell's going on with this guy? That's it. No, man. That's not how it should be. Well, even the shot. Look at the animation. Just seems so... Look. So jarring. Come on. Look at that animation.
Scattered items are visible.
Now.
Look. See? When I
go first.
grab the left bumper, the left grip, it snaps my gun down. No idea why it does that. What the hell? My hand's up in line with it. You can see it. It's still in line with it, right? Because it'll snap off the moment I press that left grip button. Aside from that shakiness, boom, pulls it down. Brutal.
Video communication.
So fun factor is
the
not
encrypted
there.
channel you switched.
Okay, cool. Yay! So, they're not kidding. The game does get a little better as you progress. Yeah, it feels like the point and click. Did you see my hand moving there? It really does feel like a Wii remote. It's really weird. I hate saying that. I hate saying that. Yeah, that handle feels disconnected. It really does. I mean, it's immediately evident because I've played all 3 games. Again, I'm gonna say that. I don't hear anybody saying after playing all 3 games and spending hours on them. Look at how low res that barrel is, man. 40 bucks. My left hand, the way I can feel the joystick, it is facing there. So, in actuality, my left hand is pointing there. But everything feels like my hands are inwards, and you're compensating for that side. So they give you the option to adjust up and down, but I didn't see anything left or right. You shouldn't have to adjust anything. You shouldn't. Everything should be snapped like Pavlov and Firewall.
They were dispatched to defend the gorge.
Oh my god, look at this. Do you see that? It was pointing upwards? That is not my tracking. Something is so bad about this. Seriously. What is happening? It's quite
Our
big.
side also brought all the data from
quite
Nikolai's
big.
office.
Yeah, look at the graphics. I mean, you can see it. It's not what the trailer looked like. It really isn't. And I'm sure it is. They just zipped you around real quick and you're seeing all this fast-paced action, but shit. That clip looks massive. Everything's just a little too big. Yeah. Gargantuan guns. Oh well. Now it's facing me, because that's what I want. Look at this. Look at this. Oh! Oh! What the hell?
11. Mission success. Nikolai's troops were
still
annihilated.
Not
Solid copy.
fun.
See what they're on.
Okay. very neat. Just that water drizzled down my visor there. That does look cool. But more like a glass effect. My eyes wouldn't see that. But the rain does look way better in Green Hell. This looks okay. It almost looks like long strands of water versus rain. And it's very faint. It doesn't feel that immersive. Oh man, that thing's in my way. Oh, such low-res textures on the ground. Do you see this? Ugh. Even that water, look at that drooling down. How shitty is that? Just get rid of it. Don't even try. What the fuck is that? Honestly. Oh my. And only in the one corner. Interestingly enough, when you use a clip, or excuse me, a magazine in the back of your gun here, you're gonna hit your controller. You're gonna collide them. Which I never had that in both Firewall and, well, you wouldn't. Firewall's a button press, but I didn't have that in Pavlov. Even with the other guns, it didn't feel like I was gonna smash my controller together.
The assembly factory, almost there.
So bad. Totally flat. There's no depth to those windows, man. Yeah, it's low res. So initially, right off the bat here, even though the floor is low texture of the ground, I do like the atmosphere. It's not high res, but it does look cool. And the snow does look decent. Low res, little blobs floating, but just the atmosphere is kind of neat.
The situation doesn't seem good.
Keep on your toes.
What is going on here? It's like the T-1000. But it's everything. What? Sorry. I just can't believe this. Dude. What happened? Oh my. What is this?
Looks like they were trying to recover the system.
What the hell? I've never seen anything like this before in any game. Where the entire surface is silver metal. Like, how does that even exist as a bug? This is not some sort of psychedelic mode, that's for sure. Okay, I have to go back to the beginning. Weird, so I just noticed something. When you grab it, without touching the grab button, it just automatically snaps. You know, it easily lets go. When you use your button to press and hold, he grabs it and you can move your thing around. Now just lightly let go, but keep your finger on it, and you'll still be able to actually move it around before he releases. So it does have touch sensitivity there. I want to remember that. Just to show you the difference of this gun versus the same gun in Pavlov. Okay, so quickly just take a look. Look at the resolution here. It's given the illusion of depth, but there is none really here in the clip. Matted. You know, not bad. And then Pavlov. Look at this. I can see the bullets literally, individually inside of that clip. You know, that's not just a flat texture with one color. Look at the detail, man. I'm in the shadow too here. Let me get in the light. And that right there is the difference. Wow. I can see the 3 dimensions to the entirety of this. Like the inside of that clip, I can see that bullet loaded, ready to go. See how it's all chained up here? Going inside and then leading into the chamber? Isn't that fucking awesome? Seriously. And then again, my gun doesn't get pulled down or to the left. It is 1-to-1, completely straight. And I was telling you about that shake earlier. Look, I don't really see it that much there. Not the same.
I felt like they were being chased by something.
In their lab?
Yes.
The voice. The voice.
Be quiet. I hear something.
Ah! What the heck is this?
It feels like a $20 game, if not 15. I think that's where I'm like for 40 bucks, because I am comparing it to Firewall and Pavlov being the best. Jeez, the game doesn't allow you to crouch and move physically. Like I can crouch like this and stay here. I can stand up and move, but the moment I move when in crouch position, it shoots me up and I'm now floating. Really disappointed about that. But I know most of you are going to be using the crouch button, which is your left or right stick if you choose to, because you can do it in your settings. So that's good. I mean, it won't be a game breaker for you guys. So as you can see, I have played the entire game because I have unlocked Realism mode. It forces you to actually feel a bit scared and take your time. It's better for sure. I absolutely think this version is the way to play. Unfortunately, you're going to have to grind through the campaign all the way through it. Check this out. See? I can actually use my iron sights. How cool is that? And he's down. Much cooler. Much cooler. So in that sense, it does really feel like a different game.
We can hold our position if we secure that building.
So that is Realism mode, and it is far cooler. Absolutely. Even though the same controls are present, by me actually not having a laser pointer and all the scopes, all that shit, I'm actually upgrading my gun. I can see down the iron sights, and a couple bullets will take somebody down. That's cool. That's really cool. I've been collecting some gold, been able to buy some guns, create my own loadout. Realism mode is absolutely the better way to play this game. That's why I actually jumped into it again. I gave up on it after about 3 levels. I grudgingly went through all 13 episodes. I did not enjoy myself. Long story short, the controls and all that shit, the size of my hands, horrible, you know, game design, everything for me was not there. It might have been a blast playing with somebody in Realism mode for the first time being thrown into it, but not for me. Unfortunately, my first impressions are horrible. Yeah, I cannot recommend this game at all, personally. It's too bad. If it was much cheaper, not 40 bucks. Yeah, so Pavlov is still by far the best first-person shooter. Alvo is going to be released mid-September, so I'm excited to see that. I played the shit out of it on PSVR 1. I do want to see how it's going to translate on PSVR 2. I hope it's still a lot of fun because I did really enjoy it. So we'll see. But I still don't think it's better than Pavlov, even though I've been playing both of them. Pavlov is the superior one, so I don't think it's going to dethrone Pavlov, but we'll see, guys. I'm all up for playing everything. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, please click the like button. And if you enjoy this content that I'm providing, please subscribe to my channel. And for all of you that have subscribed, thank you so much. Super appreciate the support. Until the next one.